welcome to Guy with Sword versus 50 Cops. This sounds like a crazy situation. Now, before we get into the video, I just want to thank you guys so much for the amazing growth and love and support that you guys have been showing on the channel. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers, man, and y'all have been showing so much love on the last video, so we're gonna keep running it up with the content, man. I love and appreciate y'all so much. Let's do it.
The date is April 3rd, 1997, and in the city of Seattle, Washington, at around 11 a.m., 911 operators would receive a call that would change the course of history.
Hello, 911, what's your emergency?
There's a black man. He's carrying something that looks like a samurai sword.
Okay, calm down. Please don't raise
Is this live? Is this live police audio?
your profile. Does he appear to be dangerous?
He's just standing there, but everyone's freaking out.
What is your current location?
2nd and Pike.
Okay, I want you to stay on the line. I'm going to alert law enforcement of the situation.
Just send help now, please.
Calm for me, okay?
Yes, I'm very calm.
This call triggered an 11-hour standoff, which would forever immortalize the name of the Seattle Street Samurai.
Shakes off the tear gas with almost
This nigga look like goddamn Blade.
The man refuses to surrender his weapon without a fight.
There's talks about this guy online,
Yo!
but they're from forever ago. So I just thought I'd make a contribution by putting this amazing story in a digestible video format. I was genuinely floored to see that nobody had made a video about this, because this is insane. With nothing but sunglasses and a samurai sword to his name, this man held off an army of police officers for 11 hours. He withstood everything from getting shot to receiving.
Really? They shot at him? And he was alive. This guy's the live action Blade.
A bribe in the form of a Big Mac, and just stood there. His name is Tony Allison, but on this day he insisted that everybody, including the police, refer to him as Apollo, and it all started with him doing nothing. Yeah, it didn't actually start with that 911 call. That was fake.
I had a feeling that was fake, but okay.
Surprise. It was actually an off-duty police officer, and he was alerted about a man in camo pants and a leather jacket that was quote-unquote disturbing. So this off-duty police officer decides to follow him from Pike's Place Market to the corner of 2nd and Pike. Which, bro, you're off-duty. Try hard.
Red facts. If I'm off duty, unless somebody's truly like being hurt, I'm minding my business, I'm not gonna lie, but hey, that's why I'm not a police officer. You know, maybe that was the right thing to do.
Anyways, this is where you see him in the video. Now, Apollo was suspicious of this guy following him, and rightfully so. I would be as well. So he took what the cop describes as a defensive stance with his sword at the ready, which is understandable in a defense situation. Like,
this nigga's a G, bro. He's literally just sitting there like, what's up? Do what you want. I'm standing my ground. Nigga's like a real MC right now.
But sadly, that was enough for the off-duty cop to call his buddies, and they would remain in that same location for the next 11 hours. They closed all the stores, evacuated everybody, shut down all the
because he was standing there with a sword? I mean, I guess because it's a weapon, I could see how it's like, yo, what's this guy's intentions? But normally, to get an army of people to be trying to surround you, you would have done something first, right?
Streets, caused traffic jams. In case you guys are wondering whether he's actually dangerous with a sword, the news report made sure to seek out a trustworthy source.
The man confirms authorities' worst fears.
Yeah, he knows how to use the sword.
When the cops
Who is that guy? What is his credentials?
got there, apparently they tried to bribe the samurai sword out of his hand with a glorious sum of $50. I want you to take one look at this guy and guess how he responded.
Defensive stance.
No, but actually, verbally, he didn't say anything for the entire 11-hour standoff, except mentioning he had brothers in China and Russia, and correcting police officers when they wouldn't refer to him as Apollo. He also said that he was possessed by demons and wanted...
Oh, okay. Well, I was rooting for you, buddy. Well, until you said you were possessed, it's like, alright. Maybe he's off the good stuff.
to kill them.
He talked about Satan. He talked about his brothers in Russia and China, but he never really engaged the negotiator.
But yeah, he just refused to drop the sword. I don't know, I couldn't imagine why. However, the police did not give up here. Nah, they went back to the drawing board and came up with another offer. Now, I can't make this
It's your McDonald's Big Mac. You've got to taste.
They offered him a Big Mac. No, I'm serious, this is real. They offered him McDonald's. This is targeted. Then they assumed since he was unmoved by this, this, he must have a mental health history. So they tried triggering schizophrenic urges. Of course, he was unmoved by these childish tricks and continued to stand his ground. So the police weren't sure what to do next. Since he wasn't attacking anybody, they had to get the sword out of his hand. They thought about throwing a net over him. They shot him with tranquilizer darts, which had no effect. They also shot...
Really? So you're telling me this man was able to withstand tranquilizer fluid? Maybe he was possessed.
Him with those riot pellets, those little beanbags. Now, I don't know if you guys remember that scene in Jackass where they shot Johnny Knoxville with one of these things.
It's considered less lethal.
Less lethal. Oh.
He was on the ground panting for like 20 minutes. Look, he just shrugs it off. Anyways,
Nah, this nigga's different. He really was Blade, bro. This nigga was possessed, maybe. This nigga's a vampire. That's what's going on here. He ain't take the Big Mac because he needed blood.
Unfair nut shots later, he was still standing.
But he endures round after round and shows no sign of surrender.
So then they decided the best route to take is to tear gas him.
The man shakes off the tear gas with almost superhuman strength.
Spray him with a fire hose.
Who is this guy?
Hoping that he will lose his grip on the sword. When that doesn't work, they turn the water pressure up. Full blast.
And then pin him down with a ladder.
Those guys went down by the book exactly what they were supposed to do.
Oh, yeah, of course. I'm pretty sure this is the definition of by the book, actually. Now, when you look at this from the outside, who is in the wrong here?
Guns with special bean bags that strike with the same impact as a heavyweight boxer's punch.
Chemical agents.
Nah, this nigga's a superhuman. This nigga... What the hell? This nigga, I just see this nigga withstand fire hydrant hoses like this. Look at him. He's literally standing like a fucking either super villain or superhero. We have yet to know what side he chose. This might have been his villain origin story. What did my dog do?
Or tear gas makes the suspect very uncomfortable. Burns his eyes, it burns his skin, and it makes it difficult for him to breathe.
The jets of water pack the force of a hurricane.
Nah, this nigga's a G.
Wind. Then, in a highly orchestrated maneuver, police pin the suspect down with a ladder, pole, and riot shield.
By the book, exactly what they were supposed to do.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know. You guys don't want to know my opinion. What do you guys think? Would you consider this excessive force? Let me know in the comments. And you might think this man's had enough. But the tragedy of Tony Apollo Allison's story is not done. As it turns out, only a year prior to the sword incident, Tony Apollo Allison was released from Western State Hospital after finishing a 10-year sentence from a charge in which he pled not guilty due to insanity. A charge of second-degree assault with intent to rape. Before this incident, he was an alcoholic, wandering the streets with a sword on his back, and now he's a man with his name engraved in history. He was later sent back to Western State Hospital. However, his current whereabouts are unknown. Until now, in a twist of events, I think I might have just found him, or at least some potential evidence he's still out protecting the city. Back in 2021, a dad was with his son at Bitter Lake Playfield, and while passing by a homeless encampment, spotted this distinct shiny object sticking out of the debris. Now, the location of this park happens to be about 50 miles away from Western State Hospital, or a mere 8.2 miles away from where this whole thing began. Now, due to Apollo's story being very old and many news sources doing very minuscule amounts of deep diving and just very little information in general, I had to resort to these two blog posts excessively. This one's got a really neat website, so go check it out.
Got a lot of neat posts about like alien, CIA project.
Looks like the video's over. Wow, what a random but crazy scenario. Man with a sword had to be taken down by the army, essentially, because he was just standing there menacingly. Y'all seen that that SpongeBob shit? He's just standing there menacingly. Crazy story, funny story. I'm still not necessarily sure if he deserved that or not. You know, I guess again, walking around with a weapon is always scary. I feel like, yeah, if I saw a guy just walking around with a, big gun, I'd be like, what the hell is going on? I'd probably be a little off-putting myself. So, samurai sword, but I don't know if he deserved all that, but I guess, I don't know. That's crazy. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section, man. What do you think about this situation? Honestly, did he deserve that? I mean, it does seem like he had a weird past, based off what that guy said, and maybe he had some mental problems as well. But it is kind of crazy to think he was able to withstand so much shit. That just kind of shows the power of the mind. It's almost like because of how sane we are and how much we understand certain shit, it's limiting. But if you're just batshit crazy, you can withstand a lot of shit. This nigga was withstanding, you know, getting shot at, essentially. Withstanding fire hydrant hoses. Withstanding tear gas. Just fucking standing there, taking that. I think I seen him go like this, literally like fuck it. I'm just eat this shit. If that were me, I'd have been on the floor fucking rolling around. You know what I'm saying? Pretty insane, man. But that's all I got for y'all today. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I really appreciate y'all. Again, thank you guys so much for the love and support you've been showing on this channel, and we gonna keep running it up. As long as you guys keep liking the videos, we gonna do it. Let's do it.
Where you at, Berto?